Hi, this is Charles Ward, President of IdeaWorks. For the past 30 years, we've been bringing together the wealthiest families and the best luxury brands on land and at sea. An example is this recent tasting of Louis XIII cognac on board a mega-yacht that is brokered by Northrop Johnson. Welcome to our world. Better place to be on a rainy day than inside destination. This is perfect. So our treat for you this afternoon is Ann Avery's going to tell you a little about this fabulous ship, and then Steele Cooper is going to help you appreciate the years that go into making Louis XIII and get you ready and then to taste it. So that's what we have. And you know, a lot of our friends have been to wine tastings, they haven't been to Louis XIII tasting, so that's your treat for this afternoon.
I want to tell you a little bit of a story about the legend and the heritage of Louis XIII. What's inside this legendary hand-blown Baccarat crystal decanter? And essentially what's inside that hand-blown Baccarat crystal decanter is a distillation and the opportunity to see how luxury and passion and patience and dedication smells and tastes and feels. Louis XIII is a complex blend of 1,200 individual distillate components coming from the finest sub-region in the heart of cognac. That's going to give you a broad range of aroma and flavor. Sheer complexity, because so many components of the highest caliber come together to make this flavor profile and expression. Are made of distillates coming from wine that was pressed and made before World War I started, of grapes that were hanging on the vine when Teddy Roosevelt was the President of the United States. So that being said, as I pour a little bit of a century in a glass here for us all to share together, I'd like to talk a little bit about tasting cognac and what to expect. Different than tasting wine, like a spirit that started its life off as grapes, it's a brandy. The best place on earth to make brandy is cognac. The best cognac on earth is Louis XIII. It's a foolproof spirit, so we don't want to incorporate a lot of oxygen in this tasting. When you taste wine, great to give that heart swirl. For a couple different categories of aroma and flavor. These will help you break down what you're tasting. That simple cognac is going to show you some vanilla and some cinnamon on the palate. But because this is 1,200 components coming from the most prestigious tiny sub-region in the heart of cognac, benefiting from knowledge dating back 3 centuries, exotic and complex. So instead of simple pears and apples on the nose, look for figs, candied orange peel, sun-dried apricots way down into your chest. Now let's smell the glass from a distance, the nose right in there, and here's where you see opulence, dense, clings to the side of the glass and is very, very slow to recede, with great viscosity, opulence, and density. This is Louis XIII showing us the finish before we even put it past our lips. And so now to activate your palate, to acclimate your palate, and prepare it for this foolproof spirit tasting to come, let's take one tiny drop. Crush it between your 2 lips, almost not enough to swallow. Do this now, and this is going to get your palate ready, side and back and forth, really active in the palate. All these beautiful notes happening simultaneously, but with great harmony and the candied apricots. But that is the beauty of Louis XIII in terms of its taste. In terms of what it represents, the beauty is the fact that we're drinking it and sharing a little bit of history, guys.
At the end of the night, one of the guests said to me, "I've been to presentations all over the world, and this is the most memorable." He added, "I will never forget this the rest of my life." This is Charles Ward in Fort Lauderdale.